Alright guys, so you're now level 70. You're probably Karazhan attuned and done Mag and Gruul, and you're wondering, now that I've done the raids, now that I'm max level, what do I do? When you're leveling, you have a clear goal. Get to level 70, and it was a trek for a lot of people, just putting in a lot of time just to get there. But now that you're here, what do you do? So today I'm going to go over the first 5 things and my top 5 things for you to be focused on now that you are level 70. With that, my name is Sarthe. If you like this sort of video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's dive right into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to actually farm your gear. Now this ranges a bit from getting some gear from dungeons. There's things you need from dungeons, from normal dungeons, and from heroic dungeons. And then also things like getting your gear from badges. So you're going to want to farm your basically pre-bis or your bis gear, because some or all classes have items from normal dungeons that can be bis gear. But even then, if you're a boosted character, there's some quest items you can get on all classes that are going to be a lot better than what you had. Like I went at level 70 to go back and farm the Vengeance of the Illidari, this trinket, because my trinket was the communal trinket. And I've been unlucky getting Quagmiron's Eye from heroic slave pens so far. So just go around and farm your gear. Basically, just get upgrades. Now, every little upgrade you can get will help you as you move into doing Karazhan. It'll make sure you do more damage. And even if the upgrade isn't your bis item, there are a ton of item choices here in TBC. So just go around and farm your gear. What I would do and what I did do as each different class, so for Rogue or for Warlock, my 2 characters, are just noting what heroics matter the most or what dungeons matter the most. Like if you're a rogue or a warrior, you really want to do Black Morass. You really want to get Latro's Shifting Sword, and you really want to get Hourglass of the Unraveler. So as a rogue or warrior, you're going to be farming Black Morass, pretty much trying to get this trinket. Pretty much any melee class or physical DPS class is farming, trying to get Hourglass of the Unraveler, and you can spam farm this and then also get Latros. And some people it takes a lot longer than others, but you want to be farming your gear right now. This is like the optimal time to farm your gear. Even if you think you're going to get something in Karazhan or Gruuls or Mags, you don't know when it's going to drop. So you want to make your character stronger as fast as you can. The second thing you want to do, and you can do this at the same time as the first one, is to be farming up your reputations. So this is where you're basically focusing on getting all of your reputations to at least revered, especially the ones that will help you get any heroic keys. So you can start running your heroics and farming up your badges so you can get all of your badges of justice. So every week there's also a daily heroic that you can get from down here, right here in Lower City. So if you don't have the heroic key for that specific dungeon, then you can't get 2 extra badges and extra rep just from doing that heroic dungeon that day. So what you want to do is farm up your reputation, and what a lot of people are doing right now is doing actual just rep farms. So you'll farm Shattered Halls or Mechanar, and you'll farm something like Steam Vaults over and over and over again. Basically, there are these dungeons, Shadow Labs as well. You'll farm these dungeons, basically most of them to like the second boss, and then just reset and just do it until you're revered. Sometimes you'll do it until you're exalted. For Warlocks, it's really good, or Casters it's really good to do like Honor Hold or Thrallmar to exalted to get your legendary or epic weapon. Also, Cenarian Circle has a really good ring, so just know which ones you want to get to exalted, because there are some really amazing rep rewards. And you can be farming those right now very easily, as well as you definitely want to get your heroic keys as fast as you can. And right now is the perfect time because everyone is doing these rep farms. So you can just join into one of these groups. It'll be a lot faster than pugging groups over and over again, slowly gaining your rep. So the third thing you want to be doing, and the third thing you really want to be focused on, is your professions. Now, this is 2 separate things, right? So your professions, if you're a melee class and you're trying to get your Drakefist Hammer or your Dragon Maw and also your Deep Thunder, you are leveling up your blacksmithing as well as making sure that you're farming the items you need for these profession pieces. And if you are a clothy, you are leveling up your tailoring and making sure you're farming up the things you need for your tailoring pieces. Now, this also means your alts, your profession alts. If you were prepared for TBC, you definitely have alts like tailoring or alchemy alts that you should focus now when you have the time and you're not just hard focused on leveling, that you can level up their skill and make sure that every time you have a CD for them, you're using that CD, because it's going to be amazing for gold. And also it's really going to help you in the long run if you have to craft that gear yourself. So make sure that you are focusing on professions. Now that you're level 70, take the time to just level up your professions on both your main character and your alts. The next thing you should be focused on is farming. Now, there are a lot of people level 70, but it's not nearly as bad as it's gonna be in the next week, in the next couple weeks, in the next months. And right now is the best time to be farming whatever you want, either for yourself or for gold. You can make a crazy amount of gold, especially early on. People buy things for ridiculous prices very early on. So whether you're farming primals somewhere like Elemental Plateau, or you can go down into Shadow Moon and farm primals here. You can get primal fires and primal earths down here. You can go into Netherstorm and farm primal manas, which are selling for a ton. Or you can also, right here, Archelon Ruins is the best place to be farming for Aldor rep. So you can get those. You can farm yourself Aldor rep in literally one day to Exalted, or you can just be selling them and making a ton of gold. And the best place, like I've talked in other videos, like how to make Dragon Maw in one day, is to farm Primal Fires right here in Blade Fist. So farm whatever it is you need. You can also go to Shadow Moon and you can farm your Scryer rep, as well as farming a lot of Netherweave cloth. So cloth is selling for a good amount, and sometimes on some servers, you're selling stacks of Netherweave for upwards of 10 gold plus just for one stack. So if you can sell a ton of these, you're going to make a ton of gold. The beginning of any expansion or any phase is the best time to make investments and to make a ton of gold, as well as to try and set yourself up to not have to spend a lot of gold. So start farming right now. It's going to help you out a ton in the long run, and you can get rich. Now, the fifth thing you really want to be focused on right now is your PvP gear. Now, the PvP season is about to launch ASAP, so make sure you're set up to be able to farm in the early parts of the season. Now, we have our personal matchmaking rating, personal MMR, and if you lose a lot of matches early on, your MMR is going to be really low. What you want to do is actually blast up to a really high rating really quickly so you can get more arena points, and it'll also be easier to maintain a high rating if you've already done that. So set yourself ahead for that. The blue PvP gear is in the game, as well as the epic offset pieces. So there's epic offset pieces that are really strong, and some of them actually could be upgrades for you PvE wise. The first thing I would buy would be the PvP trinket. It is a 2-minute CD instead of a 5-minute CD. That is huge. So make sure you buy your PvP trinket and get ready for the PvP season. This might also mean going in and running skirmishes with your 2s or 3s partners. 5s is a really good way to make a lot of arena points, but 2s and 3s is really where it's going to be the most competitive. So you also want to start getting practice in right now. And if you farmed max honor at pre-patch, you really are ahead. You can buy almost all of your PvP like set pieces if you wanted to. I don't know if any of the classes need to buy all of their main set pieces, but some of the offset pieces are incredible. So the fifth thing you're going to want to do is focus on PvP. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much the focus of what you want to be doing now that you're level 70. If you want to, you can start leveling your alts. My rogue is going to be level 70 in the next 2 days. So I actually was focused on gearing my warlock first, and that's kind of going to be the theme. It's kind of a rush. There's actually a ton to do, especially with all of the heroics, all of the pieces to farm, all of the professions and everything. It's kind of actually a rush, and there's a lot to do at level 70. A lot of people are asking, what should I be doing now? So hopefully this video helped you out with that. Thank you guys all again for watching. And if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be doing a very specific guide on what you should do as rogues, what are the items you should focus on, and basically what are best for PvP, PvE, and what are easy to get very soon this week. So again, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want me to cover anything, just let me know in the comments. And from there, guys, all I really have to say is basically good luck. I'll see you guys all on the next one, and stay busy out there.